Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. The Cornhuskers will get us started with the opening kickoff. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. So the Michigan Wolverines offense will go on the attack first. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box, they can take it outside, they can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
We talk a lot about Michigan building its offense around the running game, and they've always had an effective quarterback who can make plays down the field.
And I think some people hear effective, Bruce, and take that as an insult, right? Like, I don't want to hear about my quarterback being effective. I want him to be explosive. I want him to be dynamic. But Michigan doesn't really have those guys most of the time at that quarterback spot. But they find them.
Oh, he's got some speed. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Got some room to run. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business.
And this defense comes up with a big play, and not just the break on the ball, the catch, nice hands in the INT, but taking it almost all the way back for a touchdown, and this offense licking their chops out.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cornhuskers.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. And the Wolverines are rolling down the field. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman-caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play. That forced the incompletion.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. Catch in the middle. It's Burrow. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. The Wolverines will have it 1st and 10. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
A lot of times offenses will do the FIB, formation into the boundary, try to take advantage of you necessarily spreading out, sending more resources to the field, trying to take advantage of.
Nowhere to go with the ball and down. He goes at the 39.
Really good play by this defense, and you know exactly what you're getting with this guy. Man, he is electric. He is dynamic. He'll make plays, so you got to do a good job of containing him in the pocket. And when he starts to scramble, chase from one side. Don't overlap with another guy. Nice job by the defense.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Rolling, throwing, looking right. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. And the Wolverines will try to pin them back with the punt. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Special teams coming through as they pin them back. They'll mark it dead at the 10. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Wasting no time flowing on this drive. Got a man in the middle. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The give to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Running back searching for a hole. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Really nice resiliency by the running back. Sometimes you just got to be able to turn the page, right? You have a tackle for loss the previous play. They give it right back to you, and you make the defense pay. Good vision, good athleticism picking up that first. Why not give it to him again?
Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
Another 1st down. Man, this defense couldn't stop a nosebleed right now. It's that bad.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's got him. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
And the Huskers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll run play action. Unloads to the wideout. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Well, we know that when the quarterback's throwing out-breaking routes, timing has to be so critical and important. When the target turns around, the ball's got to be right there. You just don't see it.
They'll throw on 3rd and short. Finds his big tight end. And he steps out of bounds, and that's going to do it for the 1st quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Nebraska is on top. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. They'll give it to the back. Makes it past the marker. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
Well, it's a really nice job of the offense mixing it up on this drive. We've seen some nice plays throwing it, and how about that one running it too? Great push up front.
They'll give it to him again.
Goodness, that happened fast. He was in the backfield before the ball was even snapped.
Oh, man, adrenaline pumping, heart beating a little faster. There is some intensity on that one. The negative play leaves him with 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. Swings it out to his running back. He'll be run out of bounds at the 14. You can hand it to him, you can throw it to him. Either way, he's making his presence felt.
Those are your favorite plays, Reese, the him plays, right? They're finding ways to get him the ball because he can make plays, whether it's running or receiving out of the backfield. They're going to continue to highlight this game.
Here comes the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And this one sails through just inside that left upright. And now the lead is even bigger.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on when you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. There we go. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10.
What a nice run there. And from the beginning of time, Michigan football has been synonymous with running the football. You can think back to Tyrone Wheatley, Anthony Thomas, Chris Perry, Hassan Haskins, big physical runners that also had sprinter speed and that could change the game. This dude right here, every time he has the football, he has the ability to go the distance, and that's what makes this Michigan offense so dangerous.
Got enough for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. Starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Here we go. They'll toss it to the outside on the left. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Slings it downfield. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. The running back has it.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you...
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Takes it the other way. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Wolverine. What a play by this defense with a pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, return to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Leaves it with the running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to... the lead before going to the locker room. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? up top. Makes the grab. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver. And the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Yeah, finds the tight end. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And how about that defense in the backfield? Nowhere to go right away. You could tell they were playing the run game all the way, and they got in the backfield and got the tackle for loss.
Right back to him on the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house. Fires to the wideout. Makes a connection. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
Wants to throw on first down. Towards the middle. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And this is good news for the offense here because they've got their Heisman caliber receiver in a bit of a groove. Back-to-back catches. The defense has no answer for him. I will keep force-feeding him the football because he's catching fire right now.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple of games.
Makes the grab on the left.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. Quarterback looks out wide, sees the DB way off the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass. He'll take that completion.
The Huskers are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. The Cornhuskers come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Wants to throw on third. Firing to the right, complete. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Would have been a makeable 49-yard field goal attempt, but they'd rather try to keep the ball and move it on fourth and short. The play action fake. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And the ball is intercepted at the goal line. Taking it the other way. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Unloads to the right out. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
To the air, it's Carr. He lobs one high down the left side. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. When you're around midfield, there's not really much of a choice. Go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own in great field position. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They're working that left side. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, 1 half in the books, and I am eagerly looking forward to that second half in Ann Arbor. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that said, let's send it back to the fellas in the booth at Michigan Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Wolverines will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for a lot more on that one. Instead, he's out of bounds at the 14. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They had this lead to start the 3rd quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the
Throws it in down the sideline to the 43-yard line and a 1st down for this offense.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question with it.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
What a great play. Winning one-on-one, getting home, and getting a sack. And that kind of effort is going to get the big house fired up. These 100,000-plus Michigan Wolverine fans.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
It is so beautiful when I get you behind the sticks in guaranteed passing situations because guess what? I don't have to fire off a great run. I'm going and getting the quarterback and getting him on the ground. That's what defense is like.
And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
For this defense, man, to get back into the game, we talked about it at half. They got to pressure the quarterback. They got to force some sacks, and they do it. On this first drive, they get to him. They get him on the ground. Nice job by this defense.
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. 1st and 10. to the single back. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. And the Wolverines with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. To the ground, going back. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the 1st down.
The Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. He get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Bringing the heat. Makes the grab.
And the slant route, you got to put that foot in the ground and cut in a hurry so you can create a little bit of separation from that cornerback. And a nice job with the concentration, plucking that football, pulling it in.
The give to the tailback. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw, it's Carr. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Michigan. And that one will give them the lead.
And how about the OC slipping in the screen pass? Try to mix it up, slow down that pass rush, let it come up the field a little bit, get it to your running back, let him do the rest. Nice blocking, nice play call to throw in the screen to change it up a little bit and get the big touchdown.
On the move from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Right on target this time. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got him downfield. Right midfield, he's got room. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. There's no need to panic or anything, but this would be a really opportune time. Something together and try to take control of this game.
And sometimes you just come out as the favorite and you're a little bit flat and you expect to win. And sometimes that leads to slow starts. But I think if they can get that passion, that adrenaline, they get a little fired up right here, I think they'll take care of business.
And they just got to make a play. They just got to get something positive to happen here, sort of wake them up and then put another play back-to-back. And all of a sudden, they get that momentum going. We know they've got the dudes. They've got the studs on both sides of the ball to win this football game. It just needs to start with this.
Not a lot there. Picks up one inside the 20 to the 19. Big boys, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on 3rd down. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
And this QB's really starting to show you something, isn't he? I mean, he's been hit a lot in the pocket, and I just like the toughness. At the end of the run here, he's not sliding because he's been banged up a little bit. Lowering the shoulder, getting the 1st down, taking some hits, but he's still competing.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counter punch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. From the gun, wants to pass. He wants it all. And the incomplete pass on third down, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. He'll set up to throw. Lets it go to the end zone. And they will score. Touchdown, Husker. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. So an 82-yard drive there. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third. We've reached the break. It's Nebraska holding the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Snap in the middle. It's Burrow. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
One of the nice things about RPOs is that it's a slow-developing mesh between the QB and running back, and that allows these receivers time to get vertically downfield and work their routes. You saw it right there on that play.
And the Wolverines come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Here comes the heat. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Backed up now, here's second and long. Dropping back, it's Carr. Oh, they're after him. Connection to the right. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. From the gun, he leads it with the back. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
The Wolverines will snap it on first and 10. They'll leave it with him. Breaks into the open. Knocked down at the 25-yard line. Picked up 10 there and gets a first down.
I love the play call running the football here in the fourth quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
Out of the shotgun, they go to Brown. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball is at the 17.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get those defensive linemen to try to move them out of the way, to get the game going. It's squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They came into this game today knowing that this guy was going to have to leave his mark in this one, toting the rock, and he's done that. He's come up with some big plays, and he continues to do that here late at a juncture where they've got to continue running it if they're going to win.
In the backfield, it's Burrow. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
Offense changing the play. He'll run it to the right, look for the goal line. They tried to turn the corner on him, but the defense was ready, and they knock him down for a loss. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. Looking for a man, it's Carr. Under fire. Trying to barrel in. Almost in, but they'll say he didn't make it, inches away from the touchdown.
And that's a big stop by this defense. And now, man, this is decision time. If it's at the 5, if it's at the 10, I'm kicking the field goal, tying this thing up. But so close to the goal line, do you want to roll the dice to still maybe take the lead in the 4th quarter here?
Down in the final period in a tight game, and they will go for it on 4th and goal. Touchdown, Wolverines! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
And this is a running back, guys, that gets better as the game goes on. Here we are late in this one, and he's still breaking off big runs, impressive, making people miss, showing you the speed. And that touchdown gives his team the lead.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. He's got an open man. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. That's a way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Hauls it in. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. And he'll get behind those pads and deliver the blow and get it down to the 44. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line, warp speed for 2nd down. Back to pass. Got his man on the right. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the 1st down before he's dragged to the ground. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Looking downfield on 1st down. Under fire. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
Nice coverage on the back end. Great job. Nothing open right away. The QB holds the ball in the pocket, and the pass rush finally gets home. Sometimes it's the DBs doing great work. Sometimes it's the defensive lineman winning up front.
A little release to the back. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Time is their enemy. It's running out on them. Down 4. They'll go for it on 4th down. Looking down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's stopped short, and they'll turn it over. What a huge stand by this defense. And it looks as if the offense will just take a knee. It's really the most common type of upset we see every year. The home field advantage is so big, and especially when you have a ranked team come to town, they love to play spoiled.
Yes, and what needed to happen happened in this football game. Something good to happen early to get the belief and to get this crowd involved. And when the crowd gets involved, Jesse, it changes the game. And I think it had a lot to do with the outcome today.
I agree. I'll tell you, regardless whether this team is ranked or unranked, when their home crowd is like they were today, they're tough to beat, period. And you know this crowd and these fans, they're going to be celebrating this win for days and days to come.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.